Hi guys, Shosh hapa. Good morning, wherever you be watching from. Good afternoon, good evening. It's long since I met you, since I do something for you, and I'm so happy to do it again today. I thank God for everything. I've been going through a lot, but what I can say, God is faithful and is always faithful. We as human beings, we wrong God, but God does not wrong us. Hakuna siku Mungu anatukosea, sisi ndo tunamkosea. Nasema asanti kwa maana niliwaahidi ya kwamba I'll be telling you how I came to start going abroad, out of my country, how I sacrificed myself to this stuff of going Gulf to work for this work that we call housemaids jobs. It was in 2014 when I was at home with my kids. I had those two kids that I gave birth after my wedding. Guys, you can follow up my videos and you'll get my story. It was a tough life. The moment that my husband had no job, the moment that I was like I had no hope, but a neighbor came to me and told me, have you ever heard of these stuffs of going abroad for work in Saudi Arabia? I said no. How much do they pay? I had to ask, but this guy told me nothing. You'll pay nothing. It is a free job. And I had to tell him how will I start so that I can go. He told me just your identity card is needed, and we shall be processed everything. Those days it was very cheap, not like now that you have to go for studies, for classes, so that you can learn how to cook, to wash, to clean in Arabic country, to use machines. But for us, we were gathered together like that. This guy was just a small guy, a university boy who was used by an agent in Bungoma County, and he was collecting for people that were really in need of work. And I was one of them. I said, let me risk my life. I left my young boy who was 4 years old, and I decided to go. The start of the process, they took us to Bungoma where that agent was, and he asked us some questions. I had no birth certificate, I had nothing but only my identity card. My husband has gone to hustle in Eldoret town. He had nothing to do at home but just to look for something for us to eat and to at least to pay some rent, to pay rent and other things. So I had to follow this guy. We were two, me and my niece. We had to follow this guy to Bungoma, and we started the process. It was not easy because we needed transport. I had to hustle for the money. I did not inform my husband the plans that I had because I knew he will not agree. But I had to tell him later. So I had my kids there. They were so small. They were too small, and I had to go. The process started. You were taken for the passport process. We took photos in Eldoret. We did everything, as you know, the plans of so that you can acquire a passport. Guys, I ended up having a passport, but we were not able to take it with us. This agent took hold of everything until the day came that we were supposed to to go into our flights. I had to tell my husband to leave the job that he was doing, and I promised him that I'm going to look for a green pasture. I'm going to look for money and I'll be sending to him. I left them without anything. My dear ones, if you follow up my videos behind there, you will see how we struggled after my husband had lost his job, after our wedding, the debt we had. So we ended up like that, jobless. Our kids needed our help, but we had no source, only to go to Saudi Arabia. The day came, my niece started going fast before me. When her flight came, she went, and I followed after like 3 weeks. I went.